I liked this guy. I was really feeling him, and we became friends. We started becoming like really, really close friends, like best friends, right? And I was like, okay.
Like best friends?
Yes.
Wait, what were you guys doing?
Like we were hanging out all the time, but like a friend group more, like me, him, and this other guy, and then one of my other friends. So like a little friend group, because I was like, hey, I'm like getting in. But listen, but also, this is when I'm like 17, so.
Oh, like
also,
3 years ago.
Yeah, 17 years old, maybe 16. Anyway, so I think he's feeling me. He was giving off that vibe of like, okay, I think we both are like flirty friends. I think we are on the same vibe. So then I told him, I went ahead and told him, I'm like, hey, blah, 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 I really like you, I'm going to be honest. And he did not feel the same way. And that was so embarrassing. It was so awkward. We were at an amusement park, and he was like,
An amusement park? Why was this the time?
I don't know. I felt called. Like, he gave me some type of signal that I was like, okay, you know what? This is my time to tell him. Nope, it wasn't. It was so embarrassing. And now he literally just got married. I just saw on Instagram yesterday. But I'm so happy because we're still friends. But the thing is I'm like, well, you know what? Of like, he's still my friend to this day. And two, of obviously I wasn't his girl because I was not ready to get married right now. So seeing him married, I'm like, we're not even going after the same thing. So it wasn't meant to be. I'm happy. We're just friends.
The warning signs were obvious, and the man was wise enough to walk away. Now, she's panicking and trying to shift the blame, but that tactic won't work. Modern women will have to face the outcomes of their own behavior.
A boy friend zoned me, but I'm a little upset about it because I met him. I was like, oh, he's funny, he's cool. I just want to be his friend, right? So we are barely texting like friends, okay? And I think he thinks I'm flirting with him or something because then he texts me and he's like, yeah, for sure, bro. Bro, me? Bro, you. I was going to friend zone you. Now I'm just embarrassed. Now I'm embarrassed because he's like, friend zoned her. I was gonna do that.
Modern women have extremely fragile egos. They can't accept that men may simply not want them anymore. Men have woken up and exited the dating scene altogether.
People always ask me why I'm single, and it's because men do not like me. Like, I get no male attention whatsoever. At least not in real life. Like, maybe online. Men do not like me, bro. I'm like, oh, I know you got them lined up. No. Niggas do not like me.
At least she admits she's unlikable. The reality is, many women lack the qualities men value and will never develop the traits men naturally carry.
So, I got friend zoned. Tonight, I finally got the courage to ask one of my guy friends out and admit my feelings for him. And I asked him to be my boyfriend, and he said no. He did not feel the same way for me, and he said that he just wanted to be friends. I have been crying all night, and I feel like I ruined our friendship because I admitted my feelings for him. And when we hung out, I thought we had a connection, and there were sparks, and I guess I misread the whole thing. It sucks when someone doesn't feel the same way about you. I wish I didn't admit to him that I wanted a relationship because I feel like I embarrassed myself.
Women never experienced the constant rejection men endured. And now that men have flipped the dynamic, women can't handle it and fall apart.
My hot take is that feminism is the biggest joke. And before you come at me, just hear me out. Before feminism, families were united. Men and women were united. They understood each other. They took care of each other. They knew how each other worked. They knew what the other person needed. And families were actually built upon loyalty, trust, and connection. Nowadays, women are told you can be independent. You don't need to have a family. You don't need a man. And the result is women are miserable because they are living a life that is not true to them. That is not something they were naturally born to do. And men are miserable because they have to choose between being single or being with a woman who never appreciates them, never respects them, and doesn't love them in the way that they need. The fact that we think feminism actually helped our society, yes, maybe it helped some women who were being abused or who were actually in devastating relationships, but for the most part, it caused a lot more destruction than it did good to our society in general. You can try and prove me wrong, but look at the statistics.
Modern women refuse to admit how miserable their so-called independent lifestyle actually makes them. Deep down, they hate it.
And I quote from Mary Anne Franks, "Society would be better off as a whole if more women were willing to engage in justified violence against men." She continued, "To that end, women's justified violence against men should be encouraged, protected, and publicized." So this is proof that feminism since the beginning hasn't even been about rights, it's always been about revenge. When you openly call for the justification of public violence against half of the population, that's really not about equality, so don't let feminists tell you it's about equality. It never has been.
Feminism thrives on double standards. If violence against women is unacceptable, then violence against men should be too. Equality was never the goal. Dominance was.
Feminism has crept into our churches, into our temples, and into our synagogues. It has become a blight and a plague that has totally corrupted all of our religions, but especially Christianity. What happened with the rise of feminism is there was too many guys asleep at the wheel. They weren't standing up to it. They weren't calling out the bullshit. They allowed this thing to fester into the monster that it would become and is today. When men left for wars, when they departed for World War I, World War II, even Vietnam, the church became feminized because men were gone and it catered towards women. And women, let's be honest, women and children are the ones that turn up at churches and bring men with them. The preaching became feminized, and we created this Jesus that was basically harmless, tolerated everything, stood up for nothing, and then it trickled down through the whole church culture. When's the last time you went to church and had any kind of sermon or lesson on masculinity at all? It doesn't even address it. The church is now delivering a watered-down, insipid gospel that basically neuters men into submission. We as men have to stand up. We got to start speaking up. We got to reclaim the pulpits. And it's not that masculinity should dominate the feminine at church, but there should be a balance, like in all things. And we should see the church teaching men to be strong, teaching men to be courageous, teaching men to call out bullshit and rise up and speak up and act up. Because that's what Jesus was. Jesus was the most masculine man that ever walked the earth. And the greatest tragedy of modern day Christianity is the emasculation of Jesus into a harmless doormat.
Feminism has spread worldwide and is one of the main reasons society is collapsing. It isn't the solution, it's the root of the problem.
I did it. I did it again. Haven't done it since college, but I did it. And what I mean by that is I got friend zoned. Gabby Faye, allowed myself to get friend zoned by this man who is exactly my type. 7 figures, handsome, and he's been like confiding in me about the other women he dates and I thought it was all cool and all fun and games until I realized he literally had me listen in on a phone call while he was with another girl to get my feedback and my input on if he should continue on dating her or not. So not only in my friend zone, I'm his official dating advice column guru so that he can go with other girls. Are you kidding me? Me? No, absolutely not.
Friend zoning her was the most respectful move this man could make. A little self-reflection wouldn't hurt. It's time men bring honesty back.
One of the most painful but liberating things that I have had to learn and accept over the last year, now that I'm going to be going through this divorce with my husband, is the fact that he doesn't like me. He doesn't like me as a person at all. And I don't even know if he ever really liked me. I do believe that he loved me. I do believe that, very much so. And I feel like even now, we've been together for 20 years, married for 17 years. Even now, I think that he still has a love for me and a care, sort of. But he does not like me at all. And that has been so hard to accept. And because the concept of it was just unbelievable to me. How could you marry me? How could you vow to spend the rest of your life with me? How could we have these amazing kids together and we've constructed this entire life as partners together, and you don't even like me as a person? Obviously, there were signs the entire time that he didn't like me. And of course, I spent a lot of time and a lot of mental and emotional energy just rationalizing, making excuses for why he was treating me the way that he was treating me. But the idea that was because he didn't like me was just completely inconceivable to me. just over this last year, particularly doing a lot more reading, listening to other women's stories, and a lot more having a bigger understanding of like marriage and relationships has really gotten me in this place to finally accept what was the truth that was sitting in front of me this entire time. It's been super, super painful. A painful process, and I'm still going through it. You know, my husband and I are still living together because of finances, but we are going to be splitting up probably within the next 6 months, and it's really hard. But it does remind me that I'm doing the right thing. It does tell me, the fact that I'm even acknowledging that truth and accepting it is saying, I'm making real progress to healing, progress to like loving and liking myself. This is a good sign that I'm on the right track and that I'm doing the right thing for me.
She's never taken responsibility for anything and wonders why her husband resents her. Men aren't obligated to tolerate emotional chaos.
Girl, he misses you. He misses you more than he can even explain. You are on his mind every single moment of the day. He feels your absence and it drives him crazy. He's replaying your memories over and over again. He misses your voice, your energy, and your love for him. He's replaying your memories over and over again in his mind. He craves your energy and your presence every single day. He wishes he could just turn back time and just be back with you. He feels empty without you in his life. He's thinking, I just need her back. He misses everything about you. Your laugh, your vibe, your touch, literally everything. He is dreaming about you constantly. He wishes he could tell you how much he misses you. He regrets letting you go. He's literally planning in his head how to get back with you. If you want this to happen for you, comment down below. I receive.
Women cling to the most delusional coping mechanisms to hide the reality that men don't want them. Accountability is avoided at all costs.
Okay, if you were that person who always likes someone who doesn't like you back, or you're always chasing someone for God knows what reason, this is the video for you. Story time! Okay, so all through elementary school and all through high school, I liked the same guy. Everyone knew that I liked this guy. Okay, I liked him for 10 years. I'm only 18, and 10 years of my life on planet Earth were spent liking this guy. And I got with him. I did eventually get with him. And as soon as I got with him, I didn't want him. It was literally like kissing my brother. So, let me break this down for you. The chase? It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. However, you are constantly chasing someone who doesn't want you back because in reality, you don't even want a relationship. You don't. You chasing someone all the time is the way that you cope with being single. Chasing them and wanting to be with someone who doesn't want you back is almost an excuse to deal with your singleness. A hard pill to swallow, but please don't invest 10 years of your life into someone you don't even want.
They enjoy the chase and the attention. But when it's time for seriousness, interest disappears. Playing with men's time and emotions becomes the game.
Need anybody and feminism and I don't believe in this shit at all. In fact, I think feminism fucked up our society completely. And the idea of being inherently completely independent and not having to get married and have kids and not having the male and female dynamics in the home where the man is a provider and a breadwinner and the woman is a nurturer. I don't believe in people who think that that's not true. I think women are nurturers. Yes, they should go to work and have their own life and be independent, but to a certain extent, they should also be ready to take on the role of being a mother and a wife and a nurturer, just like a man should be ready to take a role of being a provider and a breadwinner and a father and a husband. I believe totally on this. We call it old school, traditional way of thinking. I think I call it the normal way of thinking. It's just feminism fucked it up a little bit and made us really excited about this whole like freedom and liberation and everyone's equal. We are all equal in more sentimental things, but in societal things, we are not equal. I think everyone plays their role.
Women rely on men far more than they admit. Feminism erased the value of men in the home, and now women everywhere are struggling to keep life together. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. support us, and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts.